Ladies and gentlemen, today we have a classical 30 minute with 5 second increment bonus time. I thought I'd record this video because our opponent is stalling the game and I need something chess related to do other than just sitting here waiting for a beta cuck to move a chess piece. So here we go. So we had a Sicilian, we had an Alpine Sicilian. It's a very good weapon against the Sicilian. A lot of people don't know what they're doing. And this guy is no exception as he plays knight c6. Horrible move versus the Alpin, and you need to know much theory to equalize. But you're never really gonna equalize. What will always be better and have pressure. It's kind of like playing. It's kind of like playing the Owens defense at a grandmaster level. Like you're probably just gonna get shit on, you know. So yeah, anyways, d4, main thing. He actually pre-moved this, which was really funny. And then he played this. This was also like a half-second move. And my guy is just lost after this. If you go here, your knight gets trapped. Fun times, you know. Queen covers that, bishop covers that. Pretty obvious why you can't go anywhere else. Now, he goes here. Interesting. Now, a lot of you guys might be saying, Queen d4, forks the rook in the knight. I'm so smart. Oh, shit, I hunt a queen. Oh, crackers. I hunt a queen. Oh, no. Okay, he resigns. Brother, I'm not rematching you. You just stalled for like... Brother, you stalled for like 20 minutes. I ain't rematching your ass. Guy, chill. Chill the fudge out, bro. I ain't rematching you. You stalled for 20 minutes after you lost. Okay, so, alright. So we got here. I played this, and my intention is to, once he goes back, I might take, I might not, but he didn't do that. So my intention was to kind of go here. If, like, knight f6, I would have gone, like, here, and then here, ripped open his king, and I would have won the game pretty easily. He went here. Now, what is the threat of this? Well, the threat is a double check. A double check really on either square, but this is the most threatening on here because it wins a rook. So what I did is pin his knight to the king, and so now he has to lose a piece in this position. Like, not this position. There are some moves he can play to stall. And he played one of them, e5. If I take this, he takes, and my pawn is actually pinned to my rook, so I would be losing in that scenario. Now, what I also noticed about the move e5 is that the rook's diagonal is very weak. So I took en passant to open up the diagonal. It doesn't really matter which way you take this. So he took with the d pawn. I mean, that makes most sense to me as well. And I played this, attacking the rook. Now, how do you visualize this without getting scared of this? For example, let's just imagine I can take this. What is the actual threat? If I go here, I come back attacking. Wait, that's it. Okay, that's it. My bad. So if I take this, he goes here. It's like fine because his knight is trapped. My bishop isn't. I come back with a tempo, and I'm chilling. But let's not do that. You know. Let's just chill. Okay, I wouldn't have done that if he actually did hand that or something, but he went here. This stops that. It was somewhat handing. I mean, his knight would have been trapped and he would have lost a piece anyways, but now I play this move, knight to d2. It's again a thing to note that I cannot take this at all either way because my rook's handing, so I play this discover defensing my rook. Now the knight is pinned to the queen. There's no way to save it. He tries to go danger levels here a little bit, but I take the knight. I'm up a piece, and if he takes me, which he does, and I take a full queen, we both win a full queen. He loses this. He loses everything, which is what happened. Note that if you try to desperado yourself out of this, I just take with the queen. I save my queen, you don't save yours. If you go here, I mean, that's just a queen, and if you take, I can attack your bishop. Then you have 2 bishops hanging, and I win more. So yeah, he goes for this, and I take the pawn, f6, and I give a check because I want to develop with tempo. I'm completely winning, but even though you're completely winning, you still have to be accurate so you don't throw the game. Now he went here. Now, I gave another check because I wanted my bishop to be out with tempo, but I also wanted the king to be on the back rank. You see, if he would have like gone here, I would have checked him again with this move because I want the king to be passive. Or he can trade, which is good for me, obviously. And I just castled, went here, trying to go here, maybe win a pawn, then support it with this. He stalls for 20 minutes. Says he's busy. If you're busy, just resign the game. Like when I'm at school, I got a lot of like I got like a ton of like just random losses, and it doesn't even really matter if I'm losing or not. But like I'm at school and it's a casual game, so like you know it's kind of what casual is meant for. It's kind of you're playing casually at school. You know, I don't really know what I'm saying with that, but you get the point, I hope. So yes, we win this game. Um, we're at 2061 because 33 plus 28 is 61. And yeah, this guy stalled for like 20 minutes and then offered a rematch. And if you stall for 20 minutes, I'm sorry to say, I'm just not gonna rematch you. Now we're gonna try to find another classical game. I cropped this in probably the worst way I could have ever possibly cropped this. This recording. I can't find a way to change it. Yeah, I can't change that. If y'all know how to change it, please let me know. But we're gonna wait for a classical game to show up. As you can see, this is all like rapid, because it says rapid right there. Anything 15 plus 15 or above, or 25 minutes and above is classical. I considered it. I personally think that like something like I think 10 plus 15 honestly might be considered classical. I'm not sure, but like I feel like that should be considered. It isn't, but it probably should be. Another thing is like 20 plus 5. 20 plus 5 I don't believe is considered classical, but I think it should be. Now, this is actually a while. We're waiting for a classical to show up, and I might just have to queue, but I want to play like a shorter version of it, but I guess we're just gonna have to make a custom one. I'm gonna make this 25 plus 1. 25 plus 1. So that we get some good quality chess in the time scramble, I guess. This is gonna be a very long video, I would assume. Gamph. Interesting name. Again, still no classical showing up, so I'm hoping someone just clicks on mine as I play some flute stuff. I'll explain stuff when I'm in the game. Also, I'm actually quite curious to see how flute sounds on my computer microphone. I usually do flute recordings on my phone because it sounds the best. But yeah, I'm just gonna chill. Also, I find it interesting is that like you can actually get down to like a low A if you pull the head joint out. I'm gonna pull mine out all the way, not to the point where it's off, but like all the way, and then I'm gonna play a low B, and I should get to either a low B or a low B flat, like B flat or A3. Like, yo, that's trippy sounding. I love it. All right, time to push it in all the way so that I'm like actually in tune on every other note. This what it sounds like normally, by the way. Like, that's what it should sound like. That's called lip bending, by the way. It's where you literally bend your lip to like raise or lower the pitch. Like, so yeah, fun. Also, the reason why I'm not playing this 15 plus 15 rated game is because the account name joined like, I don't remember when, but it was pretty recent. And all right, who's this guy? Oh, cool. 13,000 games, legendary. Joined 6 years. All right, what should I play? Well, I'm French, so French looking hella appealing right now. So maybe we'll do that. I could also play a Caro, but I don't really like to play the Caro in classical because it just doesn't really work out too well. No, we're gonna play French because I'm French. I mean French Canadian technically, but you get the picture. It's still French. Je parle français aussi. Le tarache. C'est intéressant. Alright, I'm gonna not speak French because I'm pretty sure all of my subscribers are English. Not to discriminate, but I've never gotten a comment like in a different language, except for that one like Chinese comment that I got once. I got like a Mandarin Chinese comment. It might have been Japanese. I can't remember exactly. I'll have to find it. But yeah, I remember getting one like that. So yeah, anyways, the main move in the Tarrasch is c5, but I'm gonna vibe with this because why not? And this guy plays a Tarrasch, see, so this guy's probably like somewhat well prepared, so we're gonna keep it simple. Maybe with 97 or bishop d7. This the Fort Knox is with the bishop and Rubinstein is with the knight. You can play this BS knight of 6 stuff, but the takes, queen takes, and you're just kind of not. You're just kind of in a horrible spot if you do that. So let's not do that. I know Levy recommends stuff like that, but I mean, Gotham Chess recommends stuff like that, but it's best to just not. Because who knows? You might be in a classical game and your opponent is like this dude. This dude's really probably well prepared. I mean, Tarrasch players are usually well prepared, so it's best to like take them out of theory as fast as possible. I have some soy milk ready to go, so we're chilling in that department. Alright, drank some soy milk. He decides to go with this very interesting bishop d3 thing. So I can win a tempo, get my bishop out too with takes in this. So we're gonna take. He's obviously gonna take back with the bishop. There really isn't another move. Now you have to go back. Not there. There. Can't draw arrows. Took another sip of soy milk. Alright, now. I don't know the specific move order for this, but it doesn't matter too much You can go here and then c5, but then they will take and you might lose another tempo. So I would recommend do this right away. I would recommend c5 right away so that you force white to make a decision on whether they're going to keep the tension and allow maybe an IQP structure, isolated queen's pawn, if they decide to take with the pawn after, I don't know, playing c3. It's important to note that if white castles here, I'm just gonna put the rook going there, I guess. King's here, rook's here. If white castles, this is not free. They can just take. Whoa! Don't pre-move. Oh, I've done that before. That was tragic. So yeah, if pawn takes, knight takes, queen takes, they have this, and I lose a queen because I obviously can't block. I lose my queen. If I block with the bishop, that's a discovery attack from their own queen. So don't do that. It's a very common theme in the French. Don't blunder that, and only take a free pawn in the center if you have a bishop or knight on d7 covering your king. And if you are castled, make sure your king is always on a dark square, or you might to have g6 on the board or something. Just something that guards your king, or maybe a knight on g6 too, depending on the position. Opponent deep in the tank deep in the thinking tank here. He's another Canadian as well. I am not doxing this individual. They just have a public flag. On Lichess, you are allowed to have a public flag. And actually, you start without one, so this guy put the Canadian flag on there. So he's dead. He's a true patriot. He's also a patron of Lichess. Alright. He moved, guys. He went bishop e3. Not really the most interesting move. Now, I am going to take this and maybe start a minority attack-ish thingy going on over here after I castle, of course. I'm obviously not... Oh, don't do that. I'm obviously not going to do something like bishop e7 because then stuff like this happens. That's bad. I put that in red because that's bad. You lose a pawn, and it might look like you can like win it back with something like this. You can't, because the bishop is defending it, so you would have to take with your own bishop, and then you get forked. Congrats, you lost the game on move 10. Or no, well, that would be probably because 9, 10, 11. Yeah, it'd be like 11 or 12. Yeah, we're gonna take that's kind of what the point was. We are going to take that. He might actually take with the bishop. Not sure. My main issue is this bishop right now, and by the way, I have a center pawn versus nothing. It's a center pawn like e4c right now, so that's nice. If he actually takes with the yeah, if he took with the knight, I might have like gone like there or something, but yeah, we're it's best to just get castled as quickly as possible. There's never really a check here if you can block it. If you're paranoid, you can play a6 if you want. It's a little premature starting to your minority attack if you're gonna go for that. So I just shaved today. Not sure if that was a very good decision. I don't know what I look better with or without the beard. Okay, Queen e2 is a sign of long castles. And a sign of long castles, ladies and gentlemen, this means that this is gonna look hella juicy. So if he goes long castles, his king is going to be on this file or this file if he moves. Now, I want my rook here as fast as possible to try to, like, discourage that from happening. So I'm gonna go here, opening up the rooks here, and if this, I mean, you're trading your French bishop for trading a French bishop for your Giga bishop that's gonna be great at attacking me. So I certainly don't think he's gonna be doing that. I predict long castles will be played now because, frankly, I don't know what else there's there to do other than castle in either direction. Watch me mouse slip a queen. I swear, I've there was this one game that I had before. I mouse slipped 3 times and I still won because I was like 500 points higher rated. Yeah, it was embarrassing. Like he sacked a knight and then I took it and then I played the wrong defensive move afterwards because I mouse slipped where to move my own knight. That was embarrassing. The second one, I think I just hung a pawn. Third one, not sure what it was. But I still won somehow, which was something else, really. Not sure how, but I still did. Yeah, he kind of threw the game. Kind of like the last guy who didn't know his opening pass move, too, which is embarrassing. Attention all knight c6 players against the Alpin. Jesus, learn something else, brother. Learn something else. Alright, again, deep in the think tank with our opponent here. I have made this a 1 second increment game just to ensure that there's no like time BS at the end, to make sure that it's good quality throughout and that I can somewhat explain it, because I can somewhat commentate a bullet game of 1 second increment. Knight there. Was not expecting that. No, that I'll admit. This I will admit. I did not think he was going to do that. So what does he want? He wants something like this, and I can't take with the queen because then I lose it. So in this position, I mean, if you take like this, I mean, I'm chill with that. I can vibe with that. So I think I'm just gonna castle. Now it's important to mention that there is no longer Greek gift stuff because the knight is no longer here, and even if I were to take like this, it would be fine, but I will take with the queen because it does win a tempo on the bishop unless he goes long castles. Folks, remember that thing I just talked about earlier? Long castles in this position defends the bishop. Tactically, not directly, because there's a bishop through it, but you get the picture, you know? Yep, long castles. It defends the bishop. I cannot take that. So, what do we do instead? Okay, so first of all, this attacks the bishop. Well, not really, because long castle, but it attacks the pawn also, which is very interesting. And I think I will want to do that at some point anyways. But again, there might be just like king b1, and then you can kick me out and stuff. So we're probably just gonna like start our attack right away. I'm not under any like fire currently, and do I want to rook b8? Not really. He is a bishop on a light square, so probably don't want to do that right now. Could also just like try to move the queen or something, but I think a6 is fine. I might go rook b8 anyways. Actually, yeah. Do I want to do that? Because there's like this and this. I have my d5. c4, I have this. Fork. Back. Yeah. Yeah, it's chill. It's it's chill. It's chill, bro. Oh my god. Okay, so I think this was a mouse slip. I actually kind of messed up there because he had this and it opened up that. It was very stupid of me because now I just kind of lose a rook. If I go here, he has that, that, and then he takes back. Don't really have anything better to do. Like, okay, so yeah, I'm being an idiot right now, so I'm just gonna like chill. Yeah, I'm just gonna chill the hub. That was really embarrassing. That is like hella embarrassing. I'm not gonna lie. It's okay though. I'm sure I can still come back against this frickin' 1681 Blitz individual. How many games has he played in this? 478, 227. 9,000 classical games! Hey, 9,000. How long has this dude spent playing? Ah, bro. Dog, no. No. He spent. Bro, what the fr. 241 days? Yo, chill. Oh, he's a streamer too, man. Oh, actually, I kind of want to tune in one of this guy's streams. Is he streaming right now? I'm obviously not gonna go into his stream like in the middle of the game, but also he has some interesting forums. What is this? Beware of unguarded talk. Yeah, like one cheater is not gonna spoil everyone else. Pathology. Sir, I'm not gonna know. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not sure you know what pathology is. Psychology, sure, but this doesn't apply that much. Wow, yeah, it doesn't really apply because he's gonna use it like this. For example, cheating in chess is the result of pathologies that were left unchecked instead of being checked by the using the ability to choose good behavior instead of misbehavior. Not really. It's just as like somewhat. It's not good for you if you're like obsessive over it. Like if you're playing chess like a impress other people or something, then yeah, this is kind of an issue. You know, you know what I'm saying? Because like it is, okay, he played a move, so I'm gonna obviously make a move myself. But yeah, think how to deal with family, deal with friends, deal with your business. Why are you using semicolons? Brother, it just dude, it's a normal comma, man. Normal comma is good. Chill. This guy did not proofread this. Holy run-on sentence. He knew that no, dude. Holy run-on. Oh my, yo, that was one sentence. That was one sentence. He used a colon. I want the bro. If you use a cult, brother, you can't just. This is the worst sentence structure. He used a period and then a semicolon. Well, I mean that might have been very. Just say etc. to use the full word. My lord, bro. I'm not insulting this guy. Like he does have some points here, but like this guy should have proofread this. It desperately needed some proofreading before he posted that. Yeah, that needed some proofreading, my brother. That needed some hella proofreading. Not necessarily in like spelling and stuff. Okay, I'm just gonna try to attack his king. Not necessarily with like spelling and stuff, but like he literally you literally you wrote the whole thing here, but not here. That's crazy. Okay, I'm gonna stop recording. There's people at home. Subscribe.